What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, Michael Bisping doesn't believe that Tommy Fury has a big enough name for Jake Paul. Aljamain Sterling says fighters who take EPO or steroids should be in jail. And Ciryl Gane shows off insane sparring footage and much more news. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and also like the video for more daily MMA content. Michael Bisping has weighed in on the potential rescheduling of a boxing match between internet sensation Jake Paul and Tyson Fury's half-brother Tommy Fury. The former UFC middleweight champion claimed Fury might not be a big enough draw for Showtime.
I would like to see him fight Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury would be logical. Similar size, similar age, similar experience, same sport, both boxers. But Tommy Fury doesn't have a big enough name to warrant the kind of deals that are in place with Showtime. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. And you never know. Listen, Mike Tyson said he would do that. He said he would fight one of the Paul brothers. He said, oh, that'd be a $100 million payday. That is a younger generation of boxing meeting the older generation of boxing. It is an amalgamation of the generation. But is it going to happen? I don't fucking know. Who knows? Hey, but listen, best of luck to them all. I hope they all make some great money.
UFC bantamweight champion Aljamain Sterling believes fighters should do jail time if caught taking steroids or EPOs. In a recent interview with Ariel on the MMA Hour, Aljamain doubled down on his thoughts regarding steroids use.
I appreciate it.
That shit bothers me, man. It really does bother me because you should do jail time for doing steroids or EPO or any type of shit like that in the UFC, in combat sports in general. You can literally rearrange someone's career, their livelihood, doing this contact sport, man. This is not like playing basketball. We're not shooting hoops. We're not hitting a baseball into the crowd. You know what I'm talking about? You know, so we're dealing with life-changing events when you step into that octagon. And people will say, the ones that are stupid are gonna say, well, no one put a gun to your head and told you to do this. What? How is that a logical comeback to justify those actions? Like, what?
Brendan Schaub will be rooting for Francis Ngannou when the Predator takes on Ciryl Gane in the headliner of UFC 270 this weekend. Although he'd like to see Gane become heavyweight champ in the future, Schaub claims it's important for UFC fighters that Ngannou retains the title.
Do you not want to see a guy beat that system? And it's not that I want UFC to go away or, you know, to do bad or anything like that. I just want a guy in Francis who came from Africa of fucking working in diamond mines or sand mines, what the fuck he was doing, you know, and he's the heavyweight champion. He's one of the greatest knockout artists we've ever seen. I just want him to lead the path to show other guys at his level that there's something else. There's more out there for you. There's more. And it's so much more intriguing. His story's so much more intriguing if he does accomplish that, because it's like, remember the guy that broke I think it was a 4-minute mile? Remember that? And then a year goes by and 20 people broke the 4-minute mile. Once fighters realize that they can do this, man, it's off to the races. And Francis can be that first guy.
John McCarthy believes that fighters larger than Jon Jones will likely cause more trouble for the former UFC light heavyweight champion. In a clip posted to the Wayne and Extra YouTube channel, McCarthy pointed out only bigger or equally sized fighters such as Dominic Reyes, Thiago Santos, and Alexander Gustafsson have been able to drag Jones into the deep waters.
Absolutely right. Guys that are of a bigger stature tend to give John more problems.
Yep.
Guys like Alexander Gustafsson, guys like Dominic Reyes, guys like Anthony Smith, guys like Thiago Santos. Those are the guys that he has had a more difficult time if you're going to look at it. But then again, you can come back and say, look at the next time that he faced Alexander Gustafsson.
Yeah.
Look, if there's one thing that we know about John, first off, the dude can fight. Second off, the dude, when it comes to being fight IQ and being able to adapt inside of the cage, unbelievable. He's just got it. He is incredibly intelligent when it comes to the fight game and how to do certain things and how to make things work for him. He's got a gas tank. We've seen that. He doesn't get that tired because he's able to control his pace throughout. The only time you ever saw him really get tired, you saw him get tired when he won the title against Shogun Rua, because he was letting it go and he was excited and he was going after it. Kind of got a little tired, but you know, that was young in his career.
Alexander Volkanovski has responded to Giga, saying that the Australian champion is ducking tough fights in the UFC featherweight division. This comes on the back of Volkanovski picking Korean Zombie as the next challenger for his belt. During an appearance on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani, Volkanovski hit back at Giga. The reigning UFC featherweight champion said this.
And sticking with Giga for a second, as he was talking all week, even before the fight, was there any part of you who was like, if this dude wins, F this, I want his ass. I want to fight him because now he's talking a lot. Did you ever feel that way at any point?
I did, like, to be honest, if he was carrying on, so not only he has to win, for him to even start talking, you know, let's try and get out of that fight unscathed before you even ask.
Right.
But then I still don't think he deserved it. Remember, he's ranked number 8.
Right.
He was ranked number 8, and he was fighting ranked number 5. You know, these guys that he's calling, like, acting like, you know, he's so surprised that I was fighting Zombie. These guys are ranked
above,
higher than him.
Yeah.
We're going to be ranked higher than him even if he won. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, again, you've got a winning streak, but let's fight some contenders. Let's fight some top guys. And you did, and look what happened. Like, you know what I mean? Again, like, obviously every time you don't pick someone, they're going to try and say you're scared and whatnot. Look at the people I fought.
I know.
Look at the guys I fought.
It's crazy.
And you're an absolute idiot if you think that I dodge fights. Who's going to give, you know, Max Holloway's proved he's the next best guy. I'm giving him the trilogy after winning twice.
Yeah.
Who does that? Only guys that know that they've got the skills to keep winning, he's going to do that. The guys that don't give a fuck, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The guys that have balls and going to do what they need to do. Again, like, it's just plain and simple. I'm an easy champ to understand. I ain't running from nobody.
Conor McGregor's pub, the Black Forge Inn, was recently attacked with petrol bombs. UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping has now weighed in on the recent attacks. According to Bisping, the attack could have been a planned one since 2 pipe bombs were also found near the entrance of the pub. During a recent episode of the Believe You Me podcast, the Count said this.
And in fact, did we talk about Conor's place getting petrol bombed?
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
I didn't know there was much of a story there. Is there?
That's what happens when you punch an old gangster in a bar, dude.
And then buy that bar.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, not much of a story. I mean, it's worth discussing, isn't it? For those people that don't know, some people threw petrol bombs, Molotov cocktails, a bottle filled with gasoline, and a fucking burning rag at the top of it. You throw that through a window, what happens? The place sets on fire. The patrons in there will then look to exit the building. And as they exit out the front door, there was 2 fucking pipe bombs that never detonated. So,
Jesus! I didn't know there was people inside.
Yes, there was people inside the pub. He wasn't there. He was there earlier in the night. These people were fucking useless.
I'm going to say it was definitely that old man.
Well, it was... Sounds like terrorism. I mean, that's a planned attack. If I'm understanding that correctly, by all accounts, and I've read that in a lot of, you know, newspapers online. You know, I read it online in a bunch of different places. They all said there was 2 pipe bombs that never went off after a petrol bomb attack on the back of the pub. You know, so that sounds like a premeditated.
Force everybody out the front door and then blow them up.
Force everyone out the front. Yeah, it's planned. It's planned. Anyway.
Is that terrorism or is that gangland hit? You know what I mean? Because I think both fall into that category.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's some nasty fucking gangster shit, isn't it? Let's be honest. I don't think that's a couple of teenagers going down the streets going, oh, you know what would be really funny? Let's throw a petrol bomb through the window. I don't know if anyone's ever thought, let's throw a petrol bomb through the window for fun.
You never met me at 16 years old.
Fortunately. Ryan?
It says here that it's believed that the people thought Conor was there that night and they were just trying to kill him.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah. And I wonder why. You know, I mean, he's obviously been upsetting somebody, hasn't he? Anyway.